What's up, everybody? Dog 1985. There's levels to this. All right. This is day 8 now with the ROG Ally. And there's a common thread, it's a common trend that I have going on. As soon as I get home, I can't wait to pick this thing up and actually play with it. Now, I just finished playing Atomic Heart. I was upstairs in bed. I had my son, my youngest son, laying in bed next to me, watching me play. And man, we were in there trying to kill
Helping.
and helping. That was him that said that. We were in there trying to kill this monster, and I had to put a fire cartridge on my axe. If you ever played Atomic Heart, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm hitting this thing, and I'm moving around, and I'm hitting these pores that these like weird flowers come out of that try to throw acid and fire at you, and I'm shooting at those things. Now, if all you're hearing right now is me talking about gameplay and gaming, it's because that's exactly what this thing does once you're in the game and once it's working on all cylinders. And it's amazing. It was an hour long gaming session, not because the battery died. I actually had it connected while I was playing, laying in bed. But it gives you the experience of playing on a console, playing on a handheld. And I'm telling you, unless you get to experience it for yourself, it's extremely hard to explain. Now, to be fair, if you've ever played on the Nintendo Switch does that as well. If you play a Nintendo Switch game, you're going to get the same experience whether you play it on TV or whether you play it on handheld. Nintendo's really good at that. However, those Nintendo games are specifically Nintendo games. Whereas when you're playing something like I mentioned Atomic Heart or Forza Horizon or Cyberpunk or Gotham Knight, like you see on here, it just blows your mind the fact that something like this could give you that experience. This is day 8. I'm halfway through. Day 14 is when I got to make that decision whether or not I'm going to return this $700 console or whether or not I'm going to keep it. And I am telling you right now, if you had to tell me today that today my warranty was up, that I had to return it or not, I'm keeping it. It's not even a question. I'm keeping it. Let's see what happens during the next few days. Haven't had any other issues since the speaker issue that I had earlier or 2 days ago, and yeah, everything still runs great on it. I did find out that docking it is at least the dock that I bought is not the best dock to use. Or not even that. It's just that the fan kicked up a little bit too much, and I didn't feel comfortable with how loud this thing actually got once it was docked. Now, some people out there might not be experiencing the same thing, but I did. With that being said, about experiencing the same thing, ever since I started making reviews about this thing, or not even reviews, just my day to day experience with this thing, I've been seeing a lot more come through, a lot more content creators making videos about this. And there's a common theme of creators that are experiencing really bad things with this, the hardware, with the software, whatever. I got to tell you, my experience with this device so far has been 95% positive. The worst day was when the speaker stopped working and I had to update the drivers for Windows, and that's just the Windows issues. This thing has only crashed on me maybe once, maybe once. The games that I've tried running on this have all ran great except for Redfall, which is already not optimized, right? But even Redfall didn't run horrible. My next test for this is going to be how well this thing runs the cloud, which I've tried slightly, but I haven't given it a full day of trying it. I've already told you that the battery life in this is atrocious, so we already know that. But if you can get over the battery life, somebody in my last comment said this is not a handheld, this is more of like a portable console. I would probably agree with that. It's a portable console that you'd be best off if you actually take the charging cable with you. But overall, man, this thing is still amazing, and I am still extremely glad and excited that I get to hold this in my hand and play with this technology. With that being said, my son wants me to play some Roblox. So I'm gonna let you guys go so that I can play some Roblox. But I want to show you guys one last thing. When I'm telling you that I'm testing this game out, I'm testing this game or this system out. I'm testing this playing Atomic Heart, which is not a rinky dinky game. Like, it's a first person shooter with beautiful graphics, great mechanics. It's a fast action paced game. It's not a game that should be easy to run on this, and it runs perfectly fine. Battery life when I played that game off the charger is only like an hour and a half to 2 hours, which for some of you that was more than enough. For some of you, you said that wasn't enough. For me, it is enough. And when I'm home, if it's about to die, I'm okay plugging it in. But when I play a game like this, like Roadblocks, I notice that the fan is not as loud, and it seems to be I could probably run this even better. So I can only imagine what it's like, battery life and stuff like that, depending on what it is that you're playing. So day 8 of the Asus ROG Ally, I still highly recommend this device for right now. If you have if you're okay spending the money. Dog1985. Again, ask me any questions you guys may have, and I'll try to test it out for you. We out. Peace.